the Knight of Wands. Something very pleasurable, enjoyable, fun. I'm hearing ecstasy. You're about to get into something very exciting. There could be someone coming in to bring you exciting news here. Or this is you, you're bringing the exciting news. What's exciting? Wow. This is very interesting and very specific, but I was getting an image of someone stopping a wound. I didn't mean to say that, womb, from bleeding. A womb from bleeding, a wound from bleeding. This could be a metaphor. But when this came out, I saw pressure. But that could be a metaphor here. You're applying pressure to stop, and we have the Three of Swords, a bleeding heart. Okay? So yeah, the bleeding heart could be a metaphor for intense empathy. Perhaps you are learning to gain control over your empathy so that you don't bleed out. It's exciting. Maybe you finally figure it out. You figure out how to gain control over your own empathy, or you understand that empathy is a tool that could either have power over you or help you be empowered. All right, so that's what I'm kind of getting here, the bleeding heart, but you're applying pressure to stop the blood flow so that you don't bleed out. Okay, so what's exciting? Because that's like crazy. What's exciting? Tell me more. Yeah, I heard flip a switch. We have the Two of Wands here. I'm hearing 20 in German, 20. I heard 20. I don't know. That could be significant for someone. You've come up with a plan, okay? You've drawn up a plan, and you're executing this plan with taste, with poise, with pleasure. Something you're indulging in. You are not only embarking on this plan you have drawn up, but you are indulging in every second of it. Everything you do, you're doing it fully. There's something too, someone could have transmuted their negative thought patterns or some sort of internal battle into something indulgent or pleasurable for yourself. It's almost an energy too of like, that's it. I've decided to enjoy my life. You have waltzed through life with your bleeding heart, but one day you wake up and you realize that pleasure too, ecstasy too, community too is an act of resistance. You're like, that's it. I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying myself. I'm not only embarking on my plan, but I'm indulging in it. Okay, let's get more information. This could be some sort of spiritual intervention as well. Like there's spiritual aid in your quest to gain control over your own empathy. You're seeing new angles you didn't quite see before. So something has been delayed for you here. Something has been delayed for you. And it's because like everything was just off. Your energy effed up. Your community or your environment did not match you at all. You weren't even sticking to your spoken plans, spoken words, or promises to yourself or others. And then on top of that, you're telling others what they want to hear. So something was delayed because of that. Okay, maybe this is all related to this bleeding heart imagery that I'm getting. It's coming to an end. It's coming to a halt, like abruptly, like an abrupt halt. So what would the opposite of an initiation be? Whatever that is, that's you. Okay, so there could be something about undoing some sort of baptism. I know that some people choose to do that when they deconstruct or when they leave the church or when they leave certain cults or whatever. So there could be something about that. Like someone here, you might actually be undoing some kind of baptism you've undergone, but it could be symbolic. This isn't just you, like the spirits are helping you bring this pattern or bring something to a halt because it is causing destruction. When you let empathy wreak havoc over your life becomes no longer yours, it's everyone else's or something like that. And there's an imbalance there. I don't care how people try to twist it or what, okay? There's an imbalance there. It caused you to be not intentionally manipulative, but unconsciously manipulative. I'm seeing your subconscious mind literally being like deconstructed. This is a housing structure here in reverse. When I do my readings, I read based on dream metaphor. The house in a dream represents your self-concept, yourself, your psyche. And I'm seeing this with the Death card, the Four of Wands reverse, and the Seven of Swords. It's like the shadow is being shown to you so that you can deconstruct this pattern from the very root. Okay, because it has caused you to see yourself as being a good person and putting that above all else. Like, you must be a good person before you get your needs met. You must be a good person before you ever get any kind of justice. You must be a good person before you let yourself be housed, let yourself be fed, or something like that, okay? A lot of times I see people destroy themselves to help other people who end up turning on them anyway or stabbing them in the back. And so I feel like that's who I'm talking to today. You've bent over backwards to help other people, but then they turn around and they do like the opposite to you, like the worst. It's like, wow, you could have just walked away or you could have just been petty, but they have to do like the absolute most, like the absolute worst. Spirit is like, okay, you cannot let your bleeding heart lead you down this path of like destroying yourself or martyrdom. So you feel like a good person, but then you're killing yourself. So how does that make you good? So you save someone else's life, but you take your own. So how does that make you good? Why don't you matter? Why do you matter less than the next guy? So like that's the message that's coming through here, okay? So Spirit is helping you through that because it has drained your energy. You are an empty host for all kinds of spiritual entities, realities, and otherwise, because you don't even realize that this pattern actually causes you to forfeit your protection. This pattern of yours actually makes you like an open wound for people to throw salt on or whatever, okay? But not protective salt, black salt, okay? And before you witches come for me, just know within Mexican culture, black salt is for cursing. So yeah, it has caused you to be like this walking open wound. No matter how much protection work you do, it's like you're still not protected because of your patterns. That's the reality. That's something a lot of witches don't even talk about, but we do here, okay? And it also has caused you to attract community that you don't even feel a sense of belonging to, because you know the kind of people you attract when you have a bleeding heart? The opposite. People who do not give a damn about anyone but themselves. You attract people who are takers, who are selfish, because you give. Then you wonder why you attract like takers, because that you don't have any boundaries, right? It's not all your fault, right? They choose their behavior, but you also are enabling it by not putting your foot down, walking away, or having boundaries so that you're not signaling to other people that, like, yes, you can take everything from me, including my soul, including my life. Like, you know what I mean? Also your plans. I don't know. So all of this is rooted within boundaries, strengthening your boundaries, okay? When you have a bleeding heart, it's because you don't have boundaries, or you are so afraid of pressure that you bleed out, right? Because that pressure will stop the bleeding out. That's the imagery that Spirit is giving to me. But you are so afraid of pressure. So maybe it's anger, making people angry, making people feel a type of way, like hurting people's feelings. In order to set boundaries, you are going to hurt people's feelings no matter how kindly you put it. It is what it is. You just have to learn to sit with the feelings that come up around that, okay? Otherwise, yes, you're gonna bleed out to your demise, okay? So yes, this pattern also caused you to not have boundaries. This is defenselessness, okay? Defenselessness. It's like avoiding the pressure, running away from the pressure. This can also be telling people what they want to hear instead of what you really want to say, because it would hurt their feelings and you're scared of doing that, okay? Yeah, it's part of your destiny to deconstruct this, because with time you're going to see, and it's so funny, the bleeding heart is associated with Catholicism. The spirits really want you to connect with them more through trance, hypnosis, like meditation going under, all right? Because that does require effort, but it's the effort they want you to put in. So you may avoid that because it's a bit uncomfortable. Maybe uncomfortable feelings come up or what have you, but they want you to put in that work. Like that's where you can practice applying pressure without being perceived by humans, or that's where you can practice applying pressures by literally like sitting with your own pressure that you're running from, whether you realize that or not. So yeah, there's something about hoovering coming up. You might have someone very arrogant or someone manipulative or someone that you've had a bad experience with kind of try to dip their toes back into your life, just letting you know, okay? It could be that spirits have a hand in this because it's your chance to showcase like that you're going to like stand on your word. It's your chance to literally like apply the pressure. So are you going to buckle, go back on a boundary that's actually really important for you because you feel bad for someone that you hurt by just walking away? Which naturally, it probably hurt you too. It's going to hurt. All endings hurt. It's inevitable. But you might feel bad because they might come back and lay on some kind of blatant or even subtle guilt tripping or something like that. But spirits are saying like this is your chance to show, are you really going to stand on your boundary or are you going to buckle? There is someone here that is experiencing a downward spiral entropy, right? And if you were to repair things with this person, you are running the risk of kind of joining them on that downward spiral, whatever that is, okay? They're going to try to come back and take you with them. Are you going to destroy yourself for the sake of this illusion that you're being a good person by putting yourself in destruction's way? Or are you going to do the thing that's right for you, that is actually meant for you? Are the spirits going to reward this person if they choose what's best for them? Yes. Yeah, see, it's like mastering like one-sided relationships, imbalanced relationships, toxic relationships. You're ready to showcase what you've learned, but this is like the final test. But yeah, you are going to be rewarded too. So that's the thing. Like one of the best offerings you can give to the divine, one of the best offerings are offerings of challenge, offerings of change and transformation. Because those are offerings that are difficult, truly difficult. Anyone can go to the store and buy some meat or buy some candy or buy some alcohol, right? Anyone could do that if they have money, right? Okay. But not everyone can change, or not everyone is willing to change, or not everyone is willing to challenge themselves. Many spirits really respect that. If you showcase yourself to be someone of high character, to do the hard SHIT. We have death here. Death came out. Very interesting. So yeah, something has to end. There's a sacrifice that has to be made. Yeah, because doing the hard thing, changing, transforming, or challenging yourself, it does require a sacrifice. So if you change your ways, you're sacrificing the old pattern. That's the sacrifice that you're giving to the spirits, and they will reward you, okay? The death of something brings in the life of something else, and it's a sacrifice that has to be made. We sacrifice every single day of our lives. When we get up and we go to work, we're sacrificing our freedom to go work a job to get money. Like there's always a sacrifice for the things that we desire. The Lovers. Oh my god, that's amazing. We got a stack here, but the top card is the Lovers. So I asked for like the general energy around the reward. So it doesn't have to be a lover. It could just simply be love. The Sun. Happiness. Okay, you may have to sacrifice a relationship or disconnect from someone, but it is going to make you happy. Queen of Wands too. Independence. All right. Yeah, so that's the thing. Someone's going to try to come back, but they're the sacrifice that has to be made. You might feel bad for them. You might have empathy for them. You might miss them. You might love them. You might be swarmed, flooded with all the good memories. But Spirit is saying that they're the sacrifice that has to be made. And if you let them back in, if you choose a new neurological pathway, you get love, happiness, independence, inspiration. But the Queen and King of Wands are really individuals that stand firm in their own sovereignty and power. Okay, but this is really damn good energy. But this is also like seeing clearly. You're going to be able to see clearly, or there will be a Spotlight shed upon love. What you love and what loves you. That's what I have here for you. So congratulations, because I do feel you're going to make the right choice. Otherwise, I feel like this reading wouldn't have found you for my services. But until next time, my friend, bye-bye.